nettle leaf that you could also use. So there's a lot of support here. And so I'll give you one more. The nettle leaf. Nettle leaf dissolves.
And this is all on that herbalhealthreview.com.
That's right. It's all there, and every product has, you click on the product, it takes you to the website where you can see the product, you can order it, you can put it in your shopping cart. And I'm not selling, I'm not selling herbs because I can't do that, so I don't sell herbs. But I do preach the gospel of the good news, and we talk about diet. And that's what I do with all the different members of folks that come and do give a donation for product to Health and Herbs.
Okay.
So.
Now I got several more, so I want to go on here.
Okay, so.
I've got to get all these.
Okay.
The next one is a woman. She has skin cancer.
Skin cancer.
Several lesions. They have had to be removed. She was in the sun a lot. She lived east of the mountains.
Yes.
Her parents owned an orchard. She lived outdoors. She loved the sun, and so she was and she had a pool.
Oh boy.
And now she's forming skin cancer, and she's had several lesions on her legs and also on her arms.
Okay, for nutritional support, I would use the CF herbal formula. We used to call it can-free, and this would be listed there under breast and all cancers. When you get to that, you got that complete report about breast and all cancers, and I'm having a lot of success with nourishing people with the CF herbal formula, and I'm not claiming any cures because I know God does the curing, and all I do is figure out the recipes of these herbs because I'm an herbalist. And
now, if you were to call and ask for this, would you ask for CF herbal formula?
Yeah, you would call and ask for the CF formula, and the CF formula is number, I can do this, it's number 1084, and that's got everything complete in it, including soursop, graviola, and the Truman's Essiac and formula, and the complete immune system, the cat's claw, violet leaf, shiitake, maitake, reishi, mushrooms, periwinkle, baharan, garaja, mistletoe. It's all there. And here's the thing. It's made with structured water. Because structured water changes the gravity of the water and spins it from being a negative to being positive.
Now, is that something that's in that Intermax?
And that's in every one of the herbal formulations that we make, because we make them all with this structured water, which is
because I noticed they had a lot of different things in there that I've never really been aware of in other formulations that have come in.
Yes.
And like they have that carbon in them, and then they have this, just different things. I'd have to get the bottle. But I noticed they're different.
Yes.
They're odd.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a normal liquid formula, in other words.
Right.
I've never seen anything quite like it.
Yes.
Yeah, that Intermax.
Oh, it is. That's amazing. That's amazing. So that's it. That's the 1084. I would use the CF, and I might be looking at something for the a salve that may be helpful to the skin. We call it the black salve or bee salve.
Yeah, I've had that in before.
Yeah, I think that's going to be, but we need to make sure that she's following that protocol under breast and all cancers, because it gives you a complete information, and it's talking about it's also talking about selenium, vitamin D, B12 and folic acid. All of these are antagonists to cancers.
Right.
So it's all in that.
So in other words, she needs a good multiple, and then she needs that 1084.
Right.
And then some people, I'm going to hold off on that black salve for a while.
Okay. Yeah.
I think those two,
Yeah.
the formula for the cancer, and then a really good multiple that has the selenium and everything in it is
Yeah.
her best bet, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So we need to make sure she's getting.
Treated. So they've
Yeah.
been taking the cancers off of her, but she keeps getting them.
Right. That's why we have to work internally because
Yeah,
it's in the
agree.
blood. So
Okay, my next one is Barrett's disease.
Barrett's disease.
Yeah, and that is where your esophagus has been involved.
That's BARR.
It's Barretts, Barrett's disease, and I can tell you exactly what it is because I have.
Yeah.
So I've been studying it.
Yes. It's.
And what happened was a while back, probably several years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, my bones weren't looking good, and so they put me on Fosamax for a while. Immediately, I had reflux, and I think that's what caused this.
Right.
But see, I had that total hysterectomy, and that affected my bones because of no hormones.
Exactly.
But they took everything.
Yes.
And so that's where the Fosamax came in. That's how it came in, is that situation.
Yes.
And so, anyway, so I've been trying to bulk up my bones and exercise and, just eat all the things I should eat. But, so I work hard on it.
Yes.
But, I have some osteoporosis. My left hand has it. My hips look good. They look normal.
Mm-hmm.
My last reading, which was good.
Yeah, that's good.
And so, anyway, but I'd have this funny thing, and we've had a lot of things going on. Anyway, you don't need to know all that. But anyway, a lot of stresses. So,
Yes.
my stomach had been feeling funny, so I went into my doctor, and I've had him a long time, and so he said, I want you to have that endoscopy. So he sent me in, and I had this Barrett's disease. I only had 1 centimeter, and from what I can understand, I had no dysplasia, and it's adenocarcinoma that they worry about. Only 1% of your population can get it, but you can get it. And they want me to go on this, I'd have to look at it. It's for acid. And anyway, they sent me home with them, let me get it. Because, sometimes
Sure.
I have trouble remembering the names of things maybe it's psychological, I don't want to remember them. Anyway, so I went on, I wanted to know what this stuff does. It's called Prilosec.
Prilosec, yes.
Well, I've been finding out that what it does, it cuts back the acid all right, but it also affects the bones, which I already have a problem with. And it also, when you cut back your acid like that in your stomach, you can cause bacterial infections within that area because you've cut the acid down.
Yes.
So now what I'm wondering, is there anything for that Barrett's disease that I can take to cut my acid back some without, because see, I have a moderate hiatal hernia.
Yes.
And so what's happened is it opens up that area of my stomach where it can come back up easy to the esophagus.
Yes.
And so do you know anything that I can do instead of taking this? First he said, I want you to take this for a month. Well, I thought, well, a month, it's going to do something, but I'm very leery of medicines because there's always a side effect that's going to come back on you. I've learned that. I mean,
Yes.
it's just going to happen.
Yes.
So, so I started investigating it, and that's what I found out. Another thing too is it works the bones, but another thing, your own body will start turning up the production of acid.
Yes.
And you're back in the same boat, and you got to take more or something stronger. And then the other thing is that it causes, if you decrease your acid too much, then what happens is you have this backup of bacteria that can form in that gastrointestinal area, because you're
Yes.
not getting acid enough to break things down. And anyway, so is there anything you know of, or could you?
Sure. The answer is when you're on breast and all cancer, when you're on the herbalhealthreview.com website and you're looking at breast and all cancer under common conditions, the first thing you see is lifestyle changes. That's a whole report. Then all about colloidal silver water. That's another whole report. And then it has a third report, right? And this is right at the top. And it has, the third report is acid alkaline chart. So you would look at that acid alkaline chart and you would be concentrating then on eating more alkaline foods.
Well, I do a lot of that.
That's good because
We do a lot of greens.
that's good because
And, okay, so I'm going to have to go on that website. But do you have any formulation that you have down, that a formula that I can get from you?
number one, you would want to drink that 9.5 or 10.5 pH water. So, they have a device called a Kangen water machine, but it's a multi-level and it's too expensive. So we found a better water machine with more plates in it. And what this is doing anyway is turning the water from north to south. It gives it a south phase instead of a north phase. And if you take a glass of water and that is it from the north phase, in other words, if it goes through if it goes through a faucet, goes through pipes, then when it comes out, it's north phased. And
we have a water filter. I do have one.
right, well, it's still going through the pipes and then through the water filter, and it's still north phased. This north phased water, if you take it and if you make snow crystals out of it, they're going to not be formed quite right. They're not going to form right. But then if you take that water and you if you take a south phased water, a glass of south, and make snowflakes out of that, each snowflake will be a perfect crystal. And so it changes the structure of your body, and it throws you into the 7-year cycle. And in every 7 years, your body renews itself.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And if you're drinking, this alkaline water, which is what we make all of our products with, that's one of the reasons why they work better because they're all south phased.
So should I be taking this CF herbal formula too?
Yes, because because everybody who has Barrett's disease is predisposed to esophageal cancer.
Yeah, they are.
So that would be another good thing because it's just
now,
going
where
to.
do I get this thing that turns the water? I don't.
You want to talk to Brittany
Brittany.
at 541 791
791
8400.
8400.
And
okay. Brittany. Okay.
she found a better device to clean your water. And this is what our product is made. First, our product was made with the Kangen structured water, and then we found a better device with more plates in it, and it makes a better, and this machine even talks to you. It tells you when it's ready and when it's this and that. It's an interesting device. So anyway, it's a very sophisticated, high tech, and half the price of a Kangen water machine. Twice as good and half the price, and it's not multi-level. So yes, drinking that kind of water, continuing to look at the acid alkaline chart, and eating more alkaline and so forth. All of those are going to be very, very important.
Okay. So I also need to go on this website, which is
Better Health Herbs.
herbalhealthreview.com.
Yeah, herbalhealthreview.com. Right.
Do I go to like Barrett's disease?
Nope. What would you do there is you would go to, because we don't have a report there on Barrett's disease, but that's where you would then have me do some research for you.